Tonight, it's high school football at its finest at LARCA. The Tigers are entering after a solid 6-4 run last year. Respectable but hungry for more. They're at home tonight, and they're set to roar. Standing across the field, the Welsh Greyhounds, sporting a 7-6 season and playoff fire. They know how to bring it when the lights go on. This isn't just a game. It's a showdown of heart, will, and legacy. The LARCA Tigers take on the Welsh Greyhounds. And it all kicks off right now on Friday Night Live.
It's time for Friday Night Live on KATC.
Good evening and welcome to week 7 of Friday Night Live. I'm Jasmine Thibodeau.
And I'm Jamarcus Fitzpatrick, and the vibes are really good out here tonight, Jasmine.
Oh, they are. We are here in the Hub City at Lafayette Renaissance, and the Tigers are taking on the Welsh Greyhounds tonight, and it's even senior night, so a fun night.
It's good. It's going to be a good one, a District 6-2A matchup, and we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the other matchups that are going on around the area a little bit later in the show.
That's right. But for now, you know, it's a beautiful day out here, perfect weather day. Let's check in with our meteorologist, Jovi Lagrange, for the latest.
Thank you, Jasmine. Absolutely beautiful weather out there for you guys. Looking at temperatures around Acadiana, a lot of us sitting in the lower 80s. Temperatures already dropping for the night. We're going to see that trend continue. We started off pretty cool this morning in the mid to upper 60s. We had an absolute beautiful red sunrise this morning, kind of giving us a hint to that weather on the way with all that moisture in the air, turning that bright, vibrant red. Temperatures reaching into the mid to upper 80s, now coming back down. Now tomorrow night, tomorrow's the big UL homecoming day, but there is severe weather potential overnight tomorrow night from Saturday moving into Sunday that you want to keep in mind because it's going to be bringing some very strong winds with it and potentially heavy downpours. But looking at your hour by hour for tonight for the big football game, look at that, temperatures dropping. Clear, absolutely beautiful night, minimal to no rain chances. So a great, beautiful Friday night for everybody to enjoy. And then we'll talk more about the severe weather potential tomorrow coming up in just a little bit in the show.
All right, thanks, Joby. Well, taking a look at news across Acadiana, one fraternity on UL Lafayette's campus is giving back to the community, keeping brotherhood at the center of it all. Now, Lafayette Parish reporter Kayla Quintero caught up with the members of that fraternity.
I'm Kayla Quintero, your Lafayette Parish reporter, and I met with Kappa Alpha Psi, the fraternity that has made community service its focus for 50 years.
We have a strong bond in Kappa Alpha Psi, and we're taught when we come into the organization that this bond will be here forever. It's a lifelong friendship.
That brotherhood is at the center of this week's celebration, as UL Lafayette's Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity commemorates 50 years on campus. That anniversary started off with a community service project at Miles Pratt Cancer Services.
One thing that's very important to us is inspiring service in the public interest, and being able to give back and contribute to this project for Miles Pratt Cancer Services is just something it's a great way to kick off the festivities.
Miles Pratt, which has helped more than 27,000 families over the last 25 years, is able to keep making an impact thanks to groups like Kappa Alpha Psi.
All of that is funded by the generosity of the community and groups like this who come together and help us accomplish our mission on a day-to-day basis.
And while Kappa Alpha Psi has always been about service, giving back keeps that legacy going.
And I just think it shows the heart and the generosity of Acadiana and how our community just comes in, makes an impact, makes a difference, volunteers and gives their time.
Even 50 years later, the Brotherhood is still setting the standard for what it means to serve.
Keep the presence of the fraternity in the community, and what's ultimately important is that we give back and we lead by example by showing other organizations and other individuals that community service is essential to all of our existence.
And Miles Pratt says that the more than 25,000 volunteer hours each year have helped keep their mission alive. Reporting in Lafayette, I'm Kayla Quintero with KATC TV3.
All right, thanks, Kayla. Well, heading over to Acadia Parish, where another big event is happening, and that's the 88th International Rice Festival. That's where we find our Josh Moten. I know things are in full swing, and I know he's having a great time out there. Josh, how's it going?
Well, Jasmine, look, I'm going to tell you exactly how it's going. We got the music flowing, we got the melody in the air, and we've also got the smell. I talked about having some smell-o-vision. That would be great, but, you know, we can't do that. But for the folks at home, let me tell you, yesterday I had so much fun hanging out. I had the opportunity to actually speak with a business owner and Junior Miss Crowley herself about what this event means to them, what it's like to be out for the 88th Rice Festival. Let's take a listen.
It's more than just the music and the rides and the food, although that's great. It's pretty amazing.
Tell me about it.
Yes, it's amazing. But we're so rich in tradition.
This is like a dream. I never thought I would do a pageant. I never thought I would be Junior Miss Crowley. And being Junior Miss Crowley, it's like a dream come true.
I mean, now, aren't they the sweetest? And I'll tell you another thing that's really sweet. All of the different pastries that I've been seeing out here, I mean, it has been a full day of excitement and a full day of joy. And you still get an opportunity to enjoy this. The fun isn't over yet just because the sun is going down. In fact, things are going to kick off. There's going to be more music. There's 2 stages you guys can check out. And tomorrow, it's going to be a day filled with even more fun and excitement. So be sure to come out. It is a safe event. Once again, don't bring your pets. Don't bring any ice chests. And they do have a clear bag policy in effect. So keep that at the top of your mind. But other than that, come out and have a good time in Crowley like everybody else behind me is doing. I think I'm going to go have a little bit of fun. As a matter of fact, I'm out of here. You guys keep rocking it. Back to you guys.
This weekend, downtown Lafayette will be transformed to a beer-centric street festival. The annual Gulf Brew will be held from 1 to 5 this Saturday. There will be more than 200 types of beer, live music, arts and crafts, and lots of family fun. General admission tickets are $40, VIP tickets are $100, and if you'd like to get in on the experience with non-alcoholic drinks, you can get the designated driver experience for $25. All funds support the Acadiana Center for the Arts. A national movement is taking shape here in Acadiana. No Kings protests are planned nationwide this weekend, including one in Lafayette. The Day of Nonviolent Action returns October 18th as demonstrators push back against President Trump's authoritarian moves. Locally, residents will gather from 10 to 12:30 at Prejean Unity Point on Jefferson Street. Organizers say the message is simple: we don't do Kings in America. It's Household Hazardous Waste Day this Saturday for residents in St. Martin Parish. The event will be held at Park Hardy from 8 to noon. You will need to bring your ID to prove you are a parish resident. For a list of what you can bring to dispose of, head over to our website at KTC.com.
We have got some rain chances over the next 7 days, particularly tomorrow night when a cold front starts to push through Acadiana. I'll break down the full 10-day forecast coming up in just a little bit. So much fun, you guys. Thank you. Absolutely beautiful weather out there. Nice and behaved tonight. Tomorrow night, a little bit of a different story. Thanks to a cold front that we have pushing through into Acadiana that we can expect overnight Sunday. And you see that here really pulling in all the flow. We've got that dry air running into moist air that's being pulled in from the Gulf. Thanks to this high pressure that's now meandered over towards Florida. It kept our weather very calm and but it's big change that we have coming up. Looking at the radar, they're absolutely right. Gorgeous weather out there, nice and clear. Radar is looking good for Acadiana right now. Now tomorrow night, big change up, different story. This is your day 2 risk from the Severe Prediction Center, and that's for Saturday morning through Sunday morning. And you see these areas, we've got the marginal risk here in this shaded green area, a little less of a risk down in the 7 parishes. But this is primarily because of the wind threat associated with the cold front line moving through Acadiana. And that's what we'll be watching very closely tomorrow night, because with it comes the chance for even up to 60-mile-per-hour winds. Very strong, severe winds possible. So if you've got some inflatable Halloween decorations, not a bad idea to go ahead and take those down for the next couple of days. Looking at our graph model, tomorrow is also UL Lafayette's homecoming game around 4. So taking a look at the timing of some of the storms, we have warm air that's being brought in ahead of the cold front. That can sometimes get a few showers and isolated storms going, and depending on the energy in the atmosphere, they can become somewhat severe and some nuisance rain producers. So keep that in mind as you're heading out tomorrow for the game. But the main line coming through tomorrow overnight, and this is midnight on Sunday. You can see that here making its way into Acadiana, and that's the line that's going to bring those winds with it. It'll move through really quickly once it gets here, but but as it's over the parishes and making its way, it's going to be very strong. Then behind it, that air starts moving in, and you can see those air contours here moving just a little bit faster. This is your Sunday afternoon. Look at those wind gusts, 23 miles per hour. So the wind is sticking around even once the cold front moves through. That air pushes into that front and keeps the gusts with it. And that's why I say if you've got the Halloween decorations, maybe be ready to unplug them for the entire weekend. Looking at the risk for excessive rainfall, it's highlighted to the north currently. I'm not totally sold on the lack of potential for some high rainfall totals. We're looking at about an inch across the parishes, but we're keeping a close eye on that just to see if anything changes. Your overnight, absolutely beautiful for the games going on. That's going to continue through the overnight hours, dropping into the mid to upper 60s. And then as we get into the early morning, we're thinking maybe a chance of a couple isolated showers, nothing extreme or widespread. And then tomorrow around noon to 2 p.m. is when we see a little bit more shower activity before the main line comes in tomorrow overnight with a high near the 90s. So if you're heading out to the game, don't count on those clouds to break up the heat. You want to just keep that in mind. And we talked about our rain chances, so we can get into me and Brianna's 10-day forecast here, where you see Saturday and Sunday that cold front, but temperatures coming up pretty quickly after. And look at that, your lows dropping into the 50s. So while you're taking those Halloween decorations down, go ahead and plan for that gumbo weather Sunday and that beautiful low temperature on Monday morning.
Man, I feel like it's a family reunion out here. They're playing Maze and Frankie Beverly. The cheerleaders are over there stomping and clapping and everything. And we're going to talk about our FNL game of the week right after this break.
That blue, that white, that blue, that white, that blue, that white, that Don't you know about that Tiger beat? We got that beat that make you get up out your seat. That blue, that white, that blue, that white, that blue, that Now here's Sports with Jamarcus.
Night Live. We're here at Lafayette Renaissance Academy, but
I think I'm after Jamarcus.
in Raleigh, it's the Lafayette Christian Academy between them and Notre Dame in a district rivalry, and it is our FNL game of the week. Now, as we're trying to work through things with our microphones, I'm going to continue to talk about this game right now, but the Pios and Knights are 5-1 on the year and won their district openers last week. Notre Dame earned a 35-7 victory over Lake Arthur thanks to a ground game that totaled 399 yards in all of their 5 scores. Meanwhile, LCA picked up a 48-7 win over LRCA. The Knights defense got 2 interceptions to launch their offense into gear. Now, this game is going to be all about control as the Pioneers will look to dominate the ground game while LCA is trying to light up the scoreboard. And we're going to have the highlights from that game and so many others starting at 10:18 tonight, so be sure to tune in. Meanwhile, in college football, it's a full-on sprint to end Louisiana's 2025 campaign. Their last 6 games are all in the Sun Belt West. To reach the championship on their own power, they'll need to win out. That path begins with a tough test from homecoming tomorrow. Southern Miss is 2-0 and are ready for the challenge. And Louisiana's journey to repeat as Western champs won't be easy.
I mean, truthfully, if you want to control your own destiny, every one of them is critically important. You know, you're running out of games to say, look, we just got to make improvements and we got to get this thing right at the right time. You know, we got to do it now. You don't win this one, it's you know, yeah, you're leaving it up to chance, and you need a lot of help to get it done. So, yeah, I mean, to make a run and to do that, yeah, this is a critically important game. If you lose one of them, you're probably on the outside looking in, to be honest with you.
And many of the players on the Southern Miss roster played for Marshall last year, that team that beat Louisiana in the conference championship game. So this one feels a lot more like a revenge game as kickoff is slated for 4 p.m. And to start off your Saturday right here on KETC as number 10 LSU takes on number 17 Vanderbilt. It's an 11 a.m. kickoff, so you will be able to start today. And like I said, you can catch it on KATC. Now, we have some more stuff that we have to talk about, including giving some love to a nonprofit organization right here in this area. But first, we have to get to this break.
crowd, follow us, yell it loud. K-A-T-C, K-A-T-C. Hey, Tigers, we're all in.
Welcome back. Well, this is the part of the show where we highlight a local nonprofit. So has there ever been a time where you needed something fixed in your home, but you didn't have the tools to do so, and you didn't want to go buy anything because, you know, it's just a quick fix? Well, there's one local nonprofit in the Hub City that's here to help. Take a look.
Looking to fix your home but don't want to buy expensive tools? The Lafayette Tool Library has you covered. Founded in 2022 by Anna Kajevnikov and Allison Netterveld, this local nonprofit lets community members borrow tools for free. Born out of a desire to help neighbors after Hurricane Laura, the library now operates every Saturday morning and has already saved members over $16,000. They're always in need of donations to have more options available to the community.
I think the kinds that we're most in need of are kind of like more unusual or odd tools, or things that are a lot larger. We also have a wish list on our website, so you can find things there. You know, there are some kind of normal tools that we just have never received a donation of. Like, we don't have a wheelbarrow, for instance, which would be something really handy for us to have. We will be accepting donations also at our anniversary event on November 1st at Adopt a Dog.
All right, and I have Philip and Trey here with me now, who's a part of the organization. We just want to tell you guys thank you for all that you do, and because of that, we want to present you with this $1,000 check to help y'all continue to buy tools and help the community.
Thank you so much.
And I know that y'all have an event coming up, too.
Yeah, so November 1st, we'll be at Adopt a Dog Brewing from 1 to 5 for our birthday celebration. So please come join us.
Yeah, and you know you're all always taking donations for tools, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and again, thank you for all that you do.
Thank you.
Great.
Beautiful night out there. Did you see that red tint in the clouds? It is a mild and calm night tonight, but foreshadowing that weather coming up tomorrow. I'll take another look at that in the forecast coming up in just a little bit. Temperatures are going to drop about another 10 degrees tonight, but weather's going to stay clear. Skies just partly cloudy. A nice night for everybody in Acadiana. But then tomorrow, weather coming back into the forecast with a cold front pushing through the area, causing some severe weather potential overnight for you to be aware of. So get the KATC weather app to keep up with any alerts from us regarding that. That's all for the weather at 6. I'll be back again at 10 o'clock tonight. For now, we'll head back to Jasmine.
All right, welcome back. Well, it's been a fun night here at Lafayette Renaissance. They celebrated their senior night, and, you know, there's a big game going on between the Tigers and the Welsh Greyhounds.
Yeah, it's a great district matchup between those two teams. We'll see who's able to come out on top. Lafayette Renaissance coming off a loss, Welsh coming off of a victory. We'll see who's able to pick up a win.
We're excited for that. But for now, let's let the cheerleaders take us away.
Yeah, y'all turn this up one time. Go ahead.
A-T-V-I-O.